Good morning, students. In today's session, we are going to discuss with communication skill session 3 and 4, and this is the part of your marketing subject, and it is having 10 marks weightage in final exam also. So session 3 we are going to start now. Session 3 is your non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is the expression or exchange of information or messages without using any speaking, without using any written material. In other words, we send signals and messages to others through expressions, gestures, posters, touch, space, or eye contact, or paralanguage. In this, like some image are given, like by presenting something, by without speaking something, to explain about anything, to raise your hand, to show your thumb, to show your face expression, to show your anger, to show your happiness, all are the part of your non-verbal communication in which no special language is required. So you will learn about the importance of different type of non-verbal communication skill and also know the correct body language to be used in communication. Importance of non-verbal communication is in general day-by-day routine communication. 55% communication is done by using your body movements like your face or your arms, etc. And 38% communication is done using your voice, your tone or your poses, and only 7% communication is done by in written communication or by using some words. Now see the diagram. It means the most weightage is of your non-verbal and visual communication. As we see in the figure 1.4, around 93% of our communication is non-verbal. Now non-verbal communication contains gestures like raising a hand to greet or say goodbye, pointing your finger at someone. Expressions are like smiling when you are happy, making a sad face when you are sad. These all are the part of your non-verbal communication. And body language, postures by which attitude and feelings are communicated, like standing straight, showing interest. Now, our message become more effective if we use the right gesture while speaking, while communicating. If we know the non-verbal communication, we will be able to understand our audience reactions and adjust our interaction accordingly. And using the right gesture and postures in a good sign is a professionalism, or it is called also etiquettes also. And if verbal messages are obstructed by noise or distance, when we can use our hand movements to express the message or to exchange the message. For example, placing a finger on lips indicate that the need of silence, while nodding the head is the same way saying yes. So these all are the example of non-verbal communication or communicate by without using any language. Types of non-verbal communications are: first one is your facial expression. Our expression can show different feelings like such as happiness, sadness, anger, surprise, fear, and so on. So how do you effectively do? Smile when you are meeting to someone. Keep your face relaxed. Match your expressions with your words and nod while listening. And posture. Postures show our confidence and feelings. For example, a straight body posture shows confidence, while a slumped posture is a sign of weakness. It means keep your shoulders straight and body relaxed. Sit straight while resting your head, hands, and feet in relaxed position. And while standing, keep your hand by your sides. And gestures or body language, gestures including your body movements like express an idea or meaning. For example, raising a hand in a class to ask a question or biting nails when nervous. So keep your hand open, avoid pointing your fingers at people, and tilt your head a bit to show that you are attentive. Next part is touch. We communicate a great deal by touching also. For example, a firm handshake to display confidence and pat on the back to encourage someone. So shake hand firmly while meeting someone. Avoid other touch gestures during formal communication. And space is a physical distance between two persons. The space between two persons while communicating generally depend upon the intimacy or closeness between them. Maintain proper space depending upon the relationship, which could be formal or informal, or the closeness with the person with whom you are talking. And the major thing is eye contact. The way we look at someone can communicate a lot. Eye contact shows that we are paying attention to the person as opposed to looking away, which can make the other person feel ignored. It means look directly at the person who is speaking. Avoid staring. Keep a relaxed look. Maintain eye contact with intermittent breaks and use a suitable tone. And paralanguage, how we speak how we speak affects our communication and include the tone, speed and volume of our voice. For example, talking fast may show happiness, excitement or nervousness, while speaking slow may be show seriousness or sadness. So use a suitable tone and volume, maintain a moderate speed while talking. Now, visual communication, it's a different type of communication. Third type of communication, visual communication, proven to be effective since it involves interchanging messages only through images or pictures, or therefore you don't need to know any particular language for understanding it. It is simple and remain consistent across different places. I'll give you one example. Suppose you are moving to highway on some location, on some chokes, red lights are there. So red light represent that you need to stop here. It means it is a type of visual communication. When it will be green, you need to start. It will be orange, in that case you should be ready for start. So this type of communication is called a visual communication. Example is there, under construction, it means no pets are allowed. In parking zone, no entry symbol is there. Danger zone, it means danger sign is visualized. Under CCTV surveillance, CCTV camera visual effects are shown. The teacher will facilitate these activities by showing an e-learning also. So afterward, this chapter contains exercise part. You will perform your exercise on your own behalf and prepare a PDF and send to me on my WhatsApp number. My number is 999118890. So solve this exercise. We will discuss this part when our chapter will be completed. These some activities are there that can be performed in classroom only. So try to solve MCQs. Try to solve some questions like which type of communication, how to communicate. Some questions will be there. Afterward, next session is related to communication cycle and importance of feedback. Feedback is an important part of communication cycle. Feedback is the last step of communication cycle. For communication, it is important that sender receives an acknowledgement from the receiver about getting the message across. While a sender sends the information, the receiver provides feedback on the received message. Translated to the work environment, when you observe someone perform their work or then communicate with them to help to improve your performance. So you are giving feedback, and feedback can be either positive, either it can be negative. So a good feedback is always specific, helpful and kind. Like sender communicate with receiver, afterward receiver is giving the feedback. This is a cyclic process of your communication channel. Next part is types of feedback. Feedback could be of positive or negative type. Positive feedback, like I noticed you finished the work perfectly, great job. Second, I really appreciate you taking that call. Can you please also share the details? These type of feedbacks are called positive feedback. Or negative feedbacks are like you keep forgetting to smile at the hotel guest when you talk to them, or you talk really long to reply to emails. Are you always so busy? This type of feedback is called a negative feedback. And no feedback, it is also a feedback in itself, which indicate disagreement of idea. It means the receiver is not satisfied with your idea. And feedback, if shared properly, can help reinforce existing strength, and can increase the recipient abilities to rectify the errors, and it can have long-term effects in managing and achieving goals. A good feedback is one of that. It should be specific, timely, polite. Specific, avoid general comments. Try to include example to clarify your statement. Offering alternatives rather than just giving advice allows the receiver to decide what to do with your feedback. And timely, being prompt is the key since feedback loses it in fact if delayed for too long. And polite, while it is important to share feedback, the recipient should not feel offended by the language of feedback. And offering continuous support. Feedback sharing should be a continuous process. After offering feedback, let recipients know you are available. Now, what is the importance of feedback? Feedback is the final component and the one of most important factor in the process of communication since it is defined as the response given by the receiver to the sender. Let's look at certain reasons why feedback is important. First, it validates effective listening. The person providing the feedback knows they have been understood and that their feedback provides some value. And it motivates also. Feedback can motivate people to build better work relationship and continue the good work that is being appreciated. And it is always there. Every time you speak to a person, we communicate feedback so that it is impossible not to provide one, and it boosts learning. Feedback is the important to remain focused on goal, plan better, and develop improve products and services. And it improve your performance. Feedback can help to perform better decision to improve and increase the performance. So feedback is the factor that will ultimately affect the sender's appreciation work, senders responses. It will also affect the strength of your messages. So feedback is the important and major step in the concept of communication cycle. Firstly, sender will send message, afterward receiver will receive it, afterward receiver will give the reply of message in a positive or negative sign, that is known as a feedback. Without feedback, communication is not fulfilled. Afterward, practical exercise part is there. Some activities are there that can be performed in a classroom, and after these activities, some question answer MCQs are given. Resolve these problems, solve this exercise, make a PDF and send me on my WhatsApp number. My WhatsApp number is 999 111 8890. We will also complete the exercise part when we will complete the chapter. Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day.